The scene of catching a cheating husband in Russia is absolutely wild. She suspected her husband was cheating, but she couldn't find any proof because her husband was constantly going out for lunch. Later, she finally figured out he was going out for a picnic with someone else. Now, let's introduce today's victim, Maka. Out of options, she contacted a private investigation team to catch the cheater. Maka explains that she and her husband haven't had any intimacy lately. Besides that, her husband has recently become obsessed with helping out, specifically helping a friend's relative. But this relative is a girl. Since they have a clear target, it's a lot easier. So the detective team decides to help her out. This time, there's no need to install cameras in their apartment. The investigation team goes straight into outdoor surveillance. The guy goes to work like normal, just another day at the office. But right after work, he meets up with his friend's relative. The girl Maka is suspicious of. Then he takes the girl to a furniture store. Looks like he's helping the girl pick out furniture. But they don't end up buying anything. Later, he drops the girl off at the subway station. The detective team reports this situation back to Maka. They suggest there doesn't seem to be anything wrong, but Maka doesn't buy it. Looks like Maka is sticking to her suspicion, so the investigation team decides to follow him for one more day. It happens to be her husband's day off, but he doesn't stay home with Maka. He says he has to go out for lunch with a client. Unexpectedly, he doesn't meet the client. In fact, he goes to see his friend's relative again. Yep, definitely something shady going on. The two of them grab champagne and fruit and head off for a romantic picnic in the park. The investigation team follows them, but then the pair moves to a more secluded spot. This forces the detective team to deploy a drone. If they follow them on foot, they might get busted. Meanwhile, on the other end, the detective teams is getting ready to pick up Maka and take her to the scene. The drone has also locked onto their location, but just filming them with the drone isn't enough. So the ground team slowly and quietly closes in on the spot. You gotta admit, these natural parks in Russia are pretty perfect for a picnic. Turns out he's the girl's sugar daddy. Looks like this picnic is the girl's way of thanking the guy for sponsoring her. And checking out the furniture yesterday was to decorate the apartment. The reason they didn't buy anything right away was probably because he was waiting for the girl to make a gesture first. Just then, the detective team arrives with Maka. The captain tells her everything. It seems like all of this was exactly what Maka expected, and now their job is to go straight to the spot and expose the two of them.
Константин, подойдите, пожалуйста, к нам сюда, на наш берег.
Кто так? Вы-то кто?
А вот это кто? Скажите мне, пожалуйста, что за дама?
Моя девушка.
Какая твоя девушка?
Понимаешь, что ты его больше не возбуждаешь?
Да вообще, скажи своей шапке, чтобы она заткнулась!
He just completely stops pretending. The husband shows zero remorse. The rest of their argument is just a string of curse words, and the guy finally comes clean, saying he loves this girl. Well, what more is there to say? Nothing is going to help. The detective team tries to mediate, but it's no use. Finally, the husband just grabs the girl and brazenly walks away. All right, that's the end of this episode. Don't forget to like and support.